Hey guys, I'm Sarah Hecht. You're watching Rip City Today. It is Friday, March 21st. The Trailblazers found their hot shooting last night in the Moda Center and drained 14 threes on their way to a 116-103 victory over the Wizards. It was a tight game up to the half, with the Blazers leading 53-51 at the break, but all that ended when the third quarter began. Portland rattled off 3 quick triples to break it open and kept pouring it on for the rest of the night. Wesley Matthews scored a game-high 28 points, and right behind him, Damian Lillard dropped 23. Balanced scoring was a huge key to victory tonight. Here's what the guys had to say about the chemistry on display.
Yeah, no doubt. I think when we moving the ball like we did today and how we did in the beginning of the year, making guys rotate, and we have all these shooters in here, so you never know who's going to shoot the ball. We got a lot of unselfish guys in here as well, so when you got guys moving the ball like that and also, making shots, it's hard to guard us.
When you tell me we had 32 assists in the game, we got to imagine it's going to be in our favor. We got to imagine that the ball is going to be going in the basket from anybody. And the ball was finding. We were playing with energy. We kind of did that at the end of the second quarter. We kind of moseyed around through the first 3 quarters of the first half, and we picked it up. Defensively, we had a little bit more urgency, and when that ball's flying around, we got a lot of guys that can make plays.
That third quarter seemed kind of special, Wesley. Talk about that.
The ball was moving. It was a lot of fun to be out there, and that's how we played. That's how we got on a roll. That's how we got to be one of the hottest teams, because that ball was flying, and we caused a problem either in a pick and roll or isolation situation where 2 are looking at 1, and we get that ball out and we move it, and the ball finds energy, and we were all moving tonight.
How about what a guy like Victor gave you tonight? Gave you some productive minutes.
That's what we need. This time when LA's out, we need guys to step up. We need guys to have that game experience where they feel confident that if they're called upon at any time later in the season, that they can produce and they know what they're supposed to do and they know what's expected of them.
Good momentum going on the road for you?
Say that again?
Good momentum, a game like this to take on a road trip?
Yeah, we didn't fare as well as we wanted to on the last road trip, to put it nicely, politely. So we know what we've got to do. We got a tough stretch, teams that we've taken care of before, and we got to do it. We got to show up to play, and we got to play with urgency like every game's our last.
The guys are en route to Charlotte today, where they'll tip off 5 games in 7 nights, beginning with the Bobcats tomorrow night. I'm Sarah Hecht. You're watching Rip City Today.